Warships scattered across contested waters. Hypersonic missiles ready for launch. Every radar screen locked on target. This is Naval Frontline. China initiates live fire exercises near disputed islands in the South China Sea. The USS Ronald Reagan Carrier Strike Group operates 80 miles east. Philippine naval forces scramble to alert status. Japanese destroyers activate missile defense systems. 4 nations, 1 kill zone. The clock starts now. At 05:47 a.m. local time, Chinese Navy announces closure of maritime zones for military exercises. The warning comes with 12 hours notice. Commercial shipping reroutes immediately. Naval assets do not. The People's Liberation Army Navy deploys 6 destroyers from Hainan Island. 2 Type 055 cruisers lead the formation. These are China's most advanced surface combatants. Each carries hypersonic anti-ship missiles. The DF-21D and DF-26 systems can reach speeds of Mach 10. Flight time to a carrier strike group measures under 6 minutes. No existing defense guarantees interception. This is the weapon designed to sink American carriers. Naval Frontline tracks the deployment as it unfolds. The Ronald Reagan Carrier Strike Group maintains position. The carrier displacement measures 100,000 tons. It carries 90 aircraft. 5,000 personnel operate aboard. 2 Arleigh Burke-class destroyers provide escort. USS Milius and USS Howard form the outer defense ring. 1 Ticonderoga-class cruiser anchors air defense. The USS Chancellorsville carries the Aegis Combat System. This system can track 200 targets simultaneously, but hypersonic missiles present a different challenge. Terminal velocity exceeds current intercept capability. The math is brutal and simple. Detection to impact allows 20 seconds for decision. Fire control solutions require 15 seconds minimum. That leaves 5 seconds margin. One system malfunction means failure. Philippine Navy headquarters in Manila receives the exercise notification at 06:15 a.m. 2 corvettes deploy from Palawan Island. The BRP Conrado Yap and BRP Andres Bonifacio head towards Scarborough Shoal. This reef sits 120 miles from Philippine territory. China claims ownership. The Philippines contests that claim. Both nations have ships in the area. The confrontation zone tightens. Who holds naval advantage here? A. U.S. Navy. B. China. C. Nobody wins in a missile exchange. Japan's Maritime Self-Defense Force monitors from Okinawa. 2 Maya-class destroyers steam south. The JS Maya and JS Haguro carry advanced SM-3 interceptors. These missiles target ballistic threats in space. Hypersonic missiles fly a different profile. They maneuver during terminal phase. Interception becomes exponentially harder. Naval Frontline sources confirm coordination between Tokyo and Washington. Intelligence sharing runs in real time. Satellite imagery updates every 12 minutes. The exercise zone encompasses 400 square miles. Chinese ships establish perimeter control at 07:30 a.m. No foreign vessels permitted inside. 3 Vietnamese fishing boats ignore the warning. Type 056 corvettes move to intercept. The fishing boats turn back. First confrontation avoided, but the carrier strike group does not retreat. The Reagan maintains course and speed. Admiral's orders remain unchanged. Freedom of navigation continues. This is the doctrine. American destroyers push closer to exercise boundary. The USS Milius approaches within 12 miles. Radar systems track Chinese formations. Fire control directors remain active. Weapons systems stay in standby mode. 1 button press from hot status. The Chinese formation mirrors the movement. Destroyers break from main group. They move to shadow American ships. Distance closes to 8 miles, then 6 miles, then 4 miles. Radio communications increase. bridge-to-bridge warnings transmitted, professional language with underlying tension. Each captain knows the stakes. At 9:22 a.m., the first missile launches. A DF-21D lifts from mobile launcher on Hainan. The rocket motor burns bright against morning sky. Telemetry tracking begins immediately. Flight path calculated within seconds. This is a test trajectory. The missile arcs toward open ocean. Target coordinates set for uninhabited waters. But the message transmits clearly. These weapons work. They fly fast. They hit hard. The Reagan Strike Group detects launch instantly. Aegis radars paint the missile signature. Combat information centers light up. Threat assessment runs automatically. Course projection shows no collision, but the proximity disturbs. The missile passes 60 miles from carrier position, close enough to demonstrate range, close enough to signal capability. Naval Frontline confirms this marks the 5th hypersonic test this year. Each test pushes closer to operational forces. Each test reduces response time. The doctrine of carrier invincibility faces reality check. Second missile launches at 9:35 a.m. Third missile follows at 9:41 a.m. The barrage continues through morning hours. 7 missiles total. Each follows different trajectory. The tests map various attack profiles. Some fly high-altitude approaches. Others skim low across wave tops. The variety demonstrates tactical flexibility. American destroyers track every launch. SM-6 interceptors could engage, but standing orders prohibit interference. This remains international waters. Tests are technically legal. Engagement would escalate beyond control. The Philippine corvettes watch from 30 miles south. Their radar systems lack range for tracking. Visual confirmation only. They report back to Manila. Government officials convene emergency meetings. Statements prepare for media release. China's embassy receives formal protest. The diplomatic front activates while ships maneuver. But what happened during the night shift changed everything. Intelligence surface about submarine activity. Chinese Type 0193 attack submarines deployed days earlier. They now occupy positions beneath exercise zone. American P-8 Poseidon aircraft detected the signatures. Sonobuoys mapped their locations. At least 3 submarines confirmed, possibly 5 total. This changes the tactical picture completely. Surface ships face missile threat. Submarines threaten from below. The Carrier Strike Group operates in killbox, 360-degree threat environment. Naval aviation launches continuous patrols. F-18 Super Hornets maintain combat air presence. E-2 Hawkeye radar planes scan for threats. MH-60 helicopters conduct anti-submarine sweeps. The air wing works around the clock. Pilot fatigue becomes operational concern, but mission requirements allow no rest. Every sensor must remain active. Every weapon must stay ready. Japanese destroyers arrive at exercise perimeter by 14 hours. The Maya and Haguro take station 40 miles northeast. They establish radar coverage zone. Data links connect to American ships. The Allied network expands. China now faces combined tracking, but Chinese forces also reinforce. 4 additional destroyers join from South Sea Fleet. Total surface combatants reach 10 ships. 2 submarines surface briefly. The show of force continues. Both sides demonstrate resolve. Neither side retreats. The standoff intensifies. At 16:33 local time, another development emerges. Russian Navy ship detected approaching from west. The guided missile cruiser Varyag transits toward exercise area. Moscow announces joint observation mission. China welcomes Russian participation. The naval confrontation adds third major power. American planners recalculate threat matrix. Russian cruise missiles add new variable. The Varyag carries 16 P-1000 Vulcan missiles. These are supersonic anti-ship weapons. Range extends 300 miles. Combined with Chinese hypersonics, the saturation attack potential multiplies. No defense system can handle simultaneous threats. The mathematics of interception fail. Is this a warning or the start of something bigger? Naval Frontline analysis suggests calculated escalation. China demonstrates capability without crossing red lines. No weapons fired at actual targets. No ships directly threatened. But the operational lessons transmit clearly. Carrier strike groups face vulnerability. Missile technology outpaces defense. Maritime dominance requires reassessment. Pentagon officials issue measured responses. Statements emphasize readiness and resolve, but internal assessments run darker. War game scenarios show troubling outcomes. Carrier losses in opening hours. Surface fleet attrition rates unsustainable. The South China Sea becomes contested space. American naval supremacy faces genuine challenge. Philippine defense officials express alarm. Their corvettes cannot survive this environment. Naval modernization programs accelerate. Discussions begin about missile acquisition. Japan considers offensive strike capability. Constitutional debates intensify in Tokyo. Regional arms race gains momentum. The exercise continues through sunset. Darkness brings no reduction in tension. Night operations commence. Ships illuminate with running lights. Radar emissions paint the darkness. Every vessel tracks every other vessel. Collision avoidance becomes primary concern. At these distances, reaction time measures seconds. Human error could trigger engagement. One misidentified radar contact, one nervous weapons officer, one authorization miscommunication. The scenarios cascade toward catastrophe, but discipline holds. Professional navies maintain control. Bridge watch officers follow procedures. Rules of engagement strictly observed. The night passes without incident. Dawn brings continued standoff. Chinese exercises enter second day. Missile tests resume. 3 more launches by hours. The demonstration continues. American carrier maintains position. Philippine ships hold station. Japanese destroyers remain deployed. Russian cruiser observes. The naval confrontation settles into routine, but the strategic implications expand. This represents new normal. Contested waters mean constant presence. Every transit becomes potential crisis. Every exercise raises tension. The South China Sea transforms into permanent front line. Naval frontline sources indicate exercises conclude after 72 hours. Chinese ships withdraw to port. Submarine signatures fade. But the tactical lessons remain. China demonstrated reach and capability. America maintained presence despite risk. Allies showed coordination. Russia signaled partnership with Beijing. The balance of sea power shifts. No shots fired, no casualties taken, but the correlation of forces changed. American carrier doctrine faces obsolescence. Hypersonic missiles create exclusion zones. Surface ships operate under constant threat. The era of uncontested naval dominance ends. Regional powers watch closely. Taiwan sees the weapons demonstrated. These same missiles threaten island defense. Invasion scenarios become more credible. South Korea evaluates threat assessments. North Korea gains confidence from Chinese capability. Vietnam accelerates submarine acquisition. Indonesia expands naval budget. The ripple effects spread across Indo-Pacific. What does the next move look like at sea? Naval Frontline assesses 3 possibilities. First scenario involves American tactical withdrawal. Carriers operate further from Chinese coast. Standoff distances increase to 500 miles. This preserves assets but concedes water space. Second scenario sees technology race. American hypersonic programs accelerate. Deployment timelines compress. Matching capability becomes priority, but this requires years of development. Third scenario brings diplomatic engagement. Arms control discussions begin. Exercise notifications improve. Confidence-building measures expand, but trust remains minimal. Each option carries consequences. Withdrawal signals weakness. Arms race drains resources. Diplomacy requires compromise. No perfect solution exists. The naval balance remains unstable. Who controls these waters? The answer stays unclear. China demonstrates ability to deny access. America maintains presence despite threats. Neither side achieves dominance. Both sides retain escalation options. Escalate next. The risk remains constant. Every exercise brings potential miscalculation. Every transit tests resolve. The South China Sea operates at elevated tension. One incident could cascade. The ingredients for confrontation exist. Political will determines outcomes. Subscribe to Naval Frontline, where fleets meet first. The frontline of sea power delivers breaking analysis. Hypersonic missiles change naval warfare. Carrier doctrine faces obsolescence. The South China Sea becomes permanent flashpoint. Follow Naval Frontline for frontline coverage, where naval power confronts reality, where technology reshapes strategy, where the balance of sea control remains contested. This is Naval Frontline, where fleets meet first.